I always start my ranked sessions by playing a couple of warm-up games through Cobalt and a normal solo in order to get my hands and my brain ready for the merciless bloodbath that will occur in Lumia Island.
Okay, I'll show you something. So, when you spawn at the hospital, so there's 3 chickens, right?
I won
betcha
2 Cobalt
this chicken
games
will give
before
me a
deciding
feather.
to play a normal game. I
Fortunate.
did the usual, built my items,
Where's my
grabbed
prop?
the meteorite that always lands beside me, then built myself a gold weapon. I met a laughing madness and borrowed the soul of the goth nun, giving her the first bell of the day. After using most of my skills as a zoning tool and getting my face smashed in by a burger, I decided that I am very much ready for
I got
ranked.
auto attack to death, but it's gonna give me a feather. I don't know where. Oh, dogs at me.
I did the usual once more in my first game, hunting animals in the temple while an alcoholic breakdancer murdered everyone, so I
Wow.
decided to build up my weapon mastery at Alley. And that's where I met the Fed breakdancer.
Oh my god, there's 3?
The next lobby
So
kind
what's in
of
this
worried me
lobby?
because I have
There's
2
like
players
15
playing the
players
same route as I, but hey, I won the RNG and still got everything in the clusters I spawned on. I did the usual once more, farmed in Temple, where I found one of my persona from the Suaverse who refused to commit to a deathmatch. I then met with a different one, but decided to just try and see if her cube button worked. With no progress on my weapon mastery, I decided to farm starting from beach towards chapel with the goal of contesting meteorite.
I need to.
I met along the way the cut paper saleswoman who didn't want anything to do with me, so I decided to continue my way to chapel. There, I met a high schooler in the middle of her beach episode who I offered the opportunity to lend me her soul. And she gets the first bell of the game. I then decided to make my way to hospital to contest 3, but I've met and fought a boy who misread the game as Call of Duty, and he gets the second bell of the game. As I
Great.
continue my way to the hospital, it was announced that the edgy businessman published the obituary
Who
of
was
one of my
fighting?
alternates, in which I
Um,
wanted to hunt because I do know that he is
has to
useless
be
without his
recent.
R button.
That's who was fighting as a Shoichi. What's this?
When I snapped back to my senses, I realized that playing for objectives would be a smarter choice. The tree was stolen though, and I just decided to find the person who took it, both earning me a tree and some free LP. I decided to use my skills to zone the dad from Spy Family to keep him in melee range. He and I danced around hospital until we decided to bring it to factory, keeping in mind that Lloyd still has his ult and cooldown. After realizing that his build revolves around hitting me with a sharp stick, I was able to unlock in my brain the technique to how I can fight him. And this is the part where I realized that my technique was not optimal. Lloyd Forger really showed me his burning desire to smell my hair, so I gave him a little tease by standing still and then using my Q afterwards to draw the line of personal space. With Alex receiving the third bell, I decided to transition to a better hammer by borrowing the materials in a corpse in factory and crafting it at Uptown to avoid fighting players contesting for Wick.
I want to craft first. That's why I head here.
When I realized that the forest tree has been harvested, I decided to show off my new hammer to the person who took it. But it seems like Kirito didn't want anything to do with me. I then made my way up to Hotel to farm and look for things to do when I met up with the almond seller, who was still very much afraid of approaching me. Me itching to try out my new weapon, I found the adolescent swordsman checking in a room for himself and Yejin, so I decided to bonk him for his intentions. He receives the fourth bell of the game and surrendered the tree and meteor in his possession. While I was ringing the bell for Yuki, Magic Hatsune Miku wanted to show me what's inside her hat, so I took a closer look until she magically disappeared.
Okay, shit.
I made my way to beach to craft myself a transition item, but Magic Hatsune Miku really wanted my attention, in which I indulged her with.